friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm an HR professional, and I did a video back in September that I got a lot of feedback on, and you guys asked a lot of good questions about the HR field, and so I decided that I am going to do an HR series and kind of break up all the feedback I got and address each topic on a weekly basis. So today I'm going to start with my education and how I actually got into the HR field. So I went to Howard University for my undergraduate studies, and I received my bachelor's in elementary education. So I taught elementary school for 2.5 years, and then there was a life change. My father had passed away, and I had made a promise to him that, well, deal, that if he let me go to Howard for my undergrad, that I would go to North Carolina A&T University, State University, for my master's degree, because that's where he went. But we did the opposite. He went to A&T for undergrad and went to medical school at Howard. So anyway, after he passed, I felt the need to really honor his wishes. I wasn't in I liked my school that I was teaching, but I wasn't happy with the politics of the school. I'll just say that. So I relocated to North Carolina, and I planned to teach there and go to school while I was teaching. Well, when I moved down there, I also moved down there with debt and a salary comparable to living in Maryland. Of course, North Carolina, the cost of living is a lot cheaper. But I still had these bills and income that I was used to. I had a car payment and everything based on my income in Maryland. So long story short, I did land a teaching position there, but it wasn't enough to sustain me. So my best friend Cheryl, hey girl, she worked for a company called Aerotech in North Carolina. So she was able to connect me with folks in the Greensboro office, and I landed a job there as a customer support associate, CSA, which really was what now we call an HR assistant. I did payroll, I did onboarding, that kind of thing. So that's how I got my foot in the door at in HR. So I stayed with Aerotech from 1998 to 2001. And by this time, I was gearing up to apply to grad school. Let me fast forward a little bit. So I enrolled into grad school in North Carolina A&T. While I was there, after I left Aerotech, I went to work at, where did I go next? I went to Lowe's Foods corporate office, Lowe's Foods is a grocery chain in North Carolina. So I worked there in payroll, and after that, I left and went to another organization called Campus Partners, which was a student loan servicing agency, and that's where I got the bulk of my HR training, because it was just a 2-person HR shop, and my boss there was the best. Shout out to you, Pat Shepard, if you're watching. She was the best. Her whole premise was she wanted me to be able to run that HR department as if she wasn't there. Like everything she knew, she taught me, and we worked really well together. And I was still in school while I was working there. So that counted as my internship. You guys have asked about internships, and I'll do a vlog on that as well. So that is how I, started in HR. And it's a good thing that things happen the way they do, guys, because had I come to North Carolina straight from here and not, just enrolled into A&T, I would have gotten my master's in something in education. But the way things happen and life happened, I waited a couple of years, and I'm glad I did, because I did a whole career change. And so now, I got my master's degree from A&T in Human Resources, Business, and Industry. And, you know, I took the typical, well, I won't say typical because if you're not in HR, you wouldn't understand, but I took a lot of business related classes, a lot of diversity classes. I took ethics. I'm trying to think, it's been so long, guys. I graduated from A&T in 2005. I'm telling my age. But I do remember one of the classes I really enjoyed was one of the diversity classes. You just learn how to deal with all types of people. You understand why they do the things they do. Culturally, why people are made up the way they are as far as thinking and customs, etc. So I really enjoyed that class. But yes, didn't have a lot of math classes, thank God. But, I had a lot of business classes, and maybe I'm trying to think hold on, let me go see if I can find my transcript. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I found my transcript. It's a copy of it, but anyway. So, to answer your questions, the coursework that I took human development. I took overview of human resource management. I took theories of counseling. That's, where you learn how to counsel and work with your staff and, deal with grief, deal with depression, all that kind of, because as HR, you're going to get all that on your plate. I did HR compensation and benefits. Then it looks like I took 2 electives, special topics in counseling. And I think that was one of those mandatory classes. Then I did HR staff, performance and appraisal and employee relations, methods and technology and workplace training and development online. That was fun. And that one I learned how to... My personal phone is going off. Sorry, guys. I learned how to create trainings online and stuff. That was a cool class. I remember that. Then I did my internship, which I told you guys was my job. And after that, I did multicultural counseling. That was that class I mentioned a few minutes ago. I did career counseling, another HR training and development class, and then that was it. Internship too. So yeah, that's what I took. Wow, that took me back down memory lane. And I had a 4.0, y'all. Holla at your girl. But that ain't nothing big in grad school. You have to have a 4.0. But anyway, so that was my education. Graduated with my master's. Relocated to Maryland. And I started working at Time Life Inc. And HR, what was I called there? HR specialist, I believe. So, and I did not sit for the PHR. I did sit for the PHR, and I'm going to do a whole vlog on that too. I was not successful the first time I took the PHR. So, that's a certification exam. But I have now passed it. And again, that's another vlog. But I would advise you guys, do not take any of those certification exams until you have met all your coursework. Just 100% transparency, and I had totally forgot about this till the other day. I tried to take that exam like while I was an HR assistant. I hadn't even started any coursework yet, and I failed that miserably. So in a way, I don't even count that one. But once I knew what I was doing, that's when you should take it. So, like I said, you guys wanted to know about my coursework, where I went to school. That is what I did. And like I said, my degree was in Human Resources, Business, and Industry. And yeah, that is that. So I'll do another vlog on internships, how to land the job. I'll, go, into all that with you, how to study for the SHRM exam, dealing with conflict in work. Like, we're going to do a whole series. But this was just my introduction video just to get the ball rolling. And like I said, I'm still flying this plane while we're building it. So if there are other topics you want me to cover or you have questions about, let me know, because I'm jotting all of them down and I'm going to try to get to everything you guys want to talk about. So Anyway, that is all for now. That is, like I said, gave you the basic how I got into the field and my education. Um, and yes, just as a caveat, I do do continuing education. I do take go to workshops, even though it may be through my job. I go to workshops, any kind of trainings I can do. Go to SHRM trainings and seminars when I can. And by me teaching at Strayer as an adjunct professor, and I'll go into that too, um, that kind of keeps me on my toes because I'm getting new information and learning things, while I'm teaching my students because they give you the most up-to-date information. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. If you have any questions or comments, like I said, leave them down below. Thanks for joining me. Please tell a friend about my channel, and welcome to all my newbies. And hey y'all, to my people that have been here for a while. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Take care. Bye.